Hey, yo, Firefighter Tiger here, co-host of the Public Safety Future Responders podcast. On this edition of the Positive Messages, we will be actually talking about some animal-related themes along with a special announcement. So stick on around. Anywho, we got the fact that the month of April, we are going to be supporting American, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, which is also known as ASPCA. If you've seen them on TV, you know exactly what organization I'm talking about. Because the month of April is Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, so we will be supporting them out with some animal theme related positive messages, along with some other fun positive stuff. Along with that, the fact of animals are truly amazing. And speaking of which, animals are truly amazing. They're amazing. They're wonderful. They bring joy. They bring happiness. And like it is, you also got the fact of out there. Unfortunately, there are some positive outcomes for animals that are living in good homes, and then there's unfortunately, sadly to say it, but there are negative outcomes for animals who are living in a condition which they are being abused, and it's just not pretty, folks. It's not pretty out there for those animals. And with the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals stepping in, along with some other animal rescue organizations, to the fact that they are making a change. They're getting the animals out of those outcomes and putting them into good, loving homes through adoptions, and just being able to support them is truly amazing. And folks out there, the fact that if you have a feline or canine or bird or rabbit or whatever animal, be happy you got them, because it brings you emotional happiness and joyfulness to being able to have an animal that cares and loves, that you can call your very own, along with it. And if you're in the market to buy an animal, I would highly recommend the fact that you go to adopting. You do not don't go buy, go adopt. Adoptions are more wonderful, and they're at least a lot better than buying an animal from the store. Like, come on, I understand like the stores are making a are making a profit, but it's better off knowing the fact of adoption. You know that they're gonna you can meet the person and be able to know the fact that the animals are gonna be going to a good and loving home, and being able to support them, and just being able to just be have joy the fact of adopting an animal, instead of having to pay for it. Because to me, it's not worth money cannot solve everything. Money is not worth it. It's not worth it. An animal being bought is not worth it, folks. It's truly not. Yes, it may help with like certain animals, but not all animals really need to be bought. Like your cats and dogs certainly don't need to be bought, because to me it belongs better if you come from adoption. Like, I know my three cats that I have at my house, we got have all been rescued slash adopted, and it's just joyful knowing the fact of being able to just make some positivity in the world. Every day I get to see them, it's just joyful, and just it just helps me with de-stressing, along with some other positive aspects. And like it is, animals will do the most hilarious things just to get a chuckle out of us, or just be able to be there for us, and just joyful. And that, even though most of the time they sometimes are annoying, like your Siamese cats or certain dogs that want to go out almost every 20 minutes or every half hour to go do stuff outside, like go for a walk or whatever. But it's just knowing the fact that having an animal is just joyful, and just knowing that you have a furry family member who's there to be able to just kind of comfort you and be with you, along with you comforting them, folks. It truly is amazing to be out there with them. And like it is, all around the world, there are animal rescue groups going into areas where animals have been reported that or been reported out to the fact that they've been abused, and everything. And you got these animal organizations that are running in there, being able to get the animals out of the abuse situation, while also getting the person responsible turned over to to the local authorities. Because like it is, an animal abused is not okay, especially in my book and a lot of other people's books. It's not okay to abuse an animal. If you're going to abuse an animal, it's just like abusing somebody else. It's not worth it, folks. And yes, I know I'm throwing my opinions in there, but also too, it's just a good understanding to the fact that if you're going to abuse something, then don't get an animal. If you're just going to get an animal to abuse, it's not worth it. Like it is. We've seen there's been stories out there where people have been arrested for abusing animals, and to me, if it's if a person gets arrested for for abusing an animal, then that's a win for the animal, folks. We need to be out there to raise a voice and support our animals. They have no voice. We are their voices to be able to take a stand and say, hey, enough is enough. We need to do something about this. And the month of April is really a month that can renew the calls to prevent animal cruelty. Because there's been cases a lot all over the place of animals getting abused or getting hurt and everything, folks. So, yeah. So, like it is, folks, if you're in the market for an animal and you want a cat or a dog, go to an animal rescue group. Go to like the Humane Society, especially like if you're in the state of Connecticut. Go to the Humane Society or go to an animal shelter that's advertising adoptions and go and adopt them. Don't go buying them. To me, money is not worth it. It's not worth spending money to get a cat or to get a dog, and that even though yes, they may say that oh yeah it came from an organization where it's supporting them, but that's from a third party source rescue group, folks. Yeah, like even pet stores. Like pet stores are perfectly fine with being. If you're gonna buy an animal, okay. If you're gonna buy an animal, then buy it from a pet store, because you at least you know the fact that pet stores are working with organizations, especially like Petco and PetSmart, who really know how to really handle those situations of working with local partners to be able to bring in animals that need adoption and to help them out. And like it is, if there's an adoption, go adopt. Go to the adoption centers or go to an adoption from a shelter or a rescue group in your area and be able to just look at the animals and if you're in the market to get an animal, get it from right there. Adoption is better than buying, folks. That is the bottom line, and I hope you all enjoy that. The last thing I will say is the fact of throughout the month of April, we are truly going to be standing with our friends from the American Society for the Prevention of Prevention of Animal Cruelty um, ASPCA, and be able to do that. And folks, if you're on our YouTube channel or you're gonna go check it out, our website, we will have a link to the ASPCA page, website where if you want to go take a look at them and if you want to donate, go donate to them, and that and like this, we will be showing our support through positive message episodes that are animal related, along with some other surprises out there. So, folks, I hope you all have a good day. And if this is inspiring, then do us a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button so you know when you're going to get more positive message episodes out there, along with our main podcast series. And if this truly supports you and if this really hits you close to home, then go to aspca.org, hit that donation button that they got on their site, and donate money to them, because it's truly amazing of the work they do. They're a nonprofit, and they're truly amazing folks out there who risk everything to be able to help the animals and be their voice for them, folks. And last thing I'll say is, if this has been inspirational, then hit that like button, and if it hasn't, well, then hopefully somebody listening out there can make it very truthful and meaningful and inspirational for you. And if you can change happiness in your corner of the world, let it be so, folks. Have a good week, and stay tuned for our next episode. And that, so y'all have a good inspirational week and a good inspirational day and weekend, and see y'all soon.